To become a successful trader, it means you need to practice patience. Good opportunities may not come right away. Experienced traders know the importance for waiting for the right opportunity, the right time to start or stop a trade. Being patient, avoid making quick decisions, and let your trading strategies develop gradually. By being patient, waiting for situations with high chance of success, and recognize that you don't need to take every setup you see, you increase your chances of becoming a successful trader. Hey there, Tom here from FIBONACCI'S.com. We read the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's see the charts. SPY and the daily 435 holding as support, very important level of support it became. Bulls know that if this 435 will break to the downside, we are heading towards the 428. Bulls are taking some rest. Bears trying to get advantage of it. We have 2 more trading days for this short week. Let's see how this week will end. In the premium room, yesterday, we drew some scenarios. And here we are. We drew this on the SPY on the 65 minutes. We drew a scenario, head and shoulders if you want. And now, as we can see, it became validate. Pretty nice. We also had some nice trades. We took some short on SPY. We took AMD short right off the start of the day. And as you can see, premium room is very much alive. We took also SPY long on this breakout. So basically we had a very nice trading day. Welcome to join us. Check the links in the description below. QQQ holding this green trend line, and as long as the Qs are holding this green trend line, we are in an uptrend. This green trend line needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards the 355. Long continuation above 373 towards 385. All we need to do, follow price and understand the relationship between candlesticks, trend lines, and Fibonacci levels. All the rest of the indicators are pure lagging. Dow Jones holding the 338, as we can see, since June 9th, since the break above the red trend line, 338, very important level of support. We might see a test of this trend line as support before the next leg up, breaking down and under. In my opinion, we are heading towards the gap at the 332. IWM broadening formation. As you can see, trend lines are the true support. Resistance for price action, basically 184, 185, very important level of support. Breaking below this green trend line, we are heading towards the 180 and maybe close this gap at the 176, because we know more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. And this gap, the sooner it will get filled, the better. And then we can get the next leg up towards, once again, 188 and 200s. Long continuation above 188 towards this green trend line and the 193. Bitcoin, not surprising. You know these trend lines because we just drew them yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video and you follow me on Twitter, all these trend lines are very familiar to you. And as we said, this green trend line will be next after this breakout. And here we are. Trend lines. The roadmap for future price action. If you want to learn, check the links in the description below. We have the one-on-one mentorship live or same program pre-recorded. Become your own indicator, stop following others, including myself, and learn how to identify where price might be heading next with high probability, of course. Ethereum breaking above this downtrend now, 1930. Also, all these trend lines, all these levels withdrew yesterday. And on the weekly market recap video, 1930 now is the resistance, breaking up and above. We are heading towards 2020 and 2144. 1864 needs to hold, otherwise we will retest this red trend line as support. Apple basically moving sideways, but still strong in an uptrend until proven otherwise. Long continuation above 186.80 towards this upper purple trend line. Follow trend lines as your map for future price action. Another great example is Tesla. This green trend line from resistance to support. 275 now is also the resistance. Breaking up and above, we are heading towards the 313 and 323. Breaking below this green trend line, and weekly close below this green trend line, and we will fill the gap at the 3 and at the 234. Microsoft basically bouncing between the 323 and the 337. Let's see where Microsoft will take us. Down, still the continuation towards the 321. 321 needs to hold, otherwise this gap will get filled. Long continuation above 343 towards purple trend line. Trend lines helps us to identify with high probability where price might be heading next. AMD, as we said in the past few days, here we are, breaking below the 116. We are heading towards the 109 gap. Double top scenario is getting validated. We will get some bounce probably to retest the 116 as resistance. If 116 will hold as resistance, we will continue down towards this gap, 106, and then 94 to the downside. Google, after 1 month or so, breaking below the 121. Now, next support will be the 118. And as we can see, we have some kind of a head and shoulders, but patterns are not really reliable. We only trust candlestick analysis, aka pure price action, together with trend lines and Fibonacci levels. Next will be the 118. Below it, we are heading towards this gap at the 112. Nvidia trying to stay strong, trying to avoid getting back inside this box. 437, as we can see, very tough resistance, breaking up and above. Weekly close above this area, we are heading towards 485. Weekly close inside this box, we will go and retest this green trend line as support. Netflix, also not surprising, retracement, pullback, close this gap from June 13. Now 410 is the next support. We have also a gap over here, and we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled. Pullback on all the big names are very healthy at this point because all of them gained 50% or more. Some of them gained 100% since beginning of 2023. Amazon is holding the 124, 128, very tough resistance. If bulls will give up on the 124, we are heading towards the 121 and 116. Long continuation above 128 towards 134 and 142. Meta, trend lines, roadmap for future price action. 275 is holding. Meta is struggling to break up and above this white trend line, but for now, Meta is in an uptrend, breaking below the 275. In my opinion, we are heading towards this lower white trend line. Shopify, bulls gave up on the 67, now 61 needs to hold, otherwise we are going towards the 58. Below 58, in my opinion, this gap at the 49 will get filled. Let me know in the comments below any feedback, any questions. What else do you want me to add to my channel or to these daily videos? Also check the links in the description below, and don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated if you help me grow this channel. NEO 9 is holding. We are waiting for a bounce back above the 955 towards the 1020, and then we are heading towards, in my opinion, we are heading towards the 1246. Baba had some nice bounce, gave everything up. Now back to the 83 together with this lower purple trend line. So Chinese stocks are very volatile. Manage risk, because the only thing we have full control of as traders are risk management. Nothing more, nothing else. You can take Fibonacci to be your help for future support or resistance, and you can take trend lines if you want to learn it. In-depth candlestick analysis with trend lines. Here you are, trend line, try to break now to the downside. Check the links in the description below. So I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, let me know any feedback in the comments below. Don't forget to check the links in the description. And until the next video, stay safe.